What's up, guys, and welcome back to My Winter Car. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe. If you haven't already, it would be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we finally got all the rest of the stuff that we needed in order to get this sucker ready to rip tater chip, which is a tremendous, tremendous feeling. We are still missing a couple of key components in order to pass inspection, that being really just a rear bench seat. I'm still on the hunt for the power brake lines, but I'm not going to be super upset if we don't end up finding those things. We'll just run manual brakes. It's really not that big of a deal. But what we're going to be working on today is we're going to get this sucker tuned up. We're going to church it up a little bit. It should be pretty cool. Now, I don't want to make any promises. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. But what I would like to do by the end of this episode is try to turn this thing over. I don't expect it to run very well, but that is the goal. Now, as far as tuning goes, I would say that I'm pretty confident with my camshaft timing. Apparently, there's more work that needs to be done in the head, specifically with each rocker. We have to like adjust valve lash or something along those lines. Previously, I did try to time the crankshaft, and I did a really bad job. I didn't time it at all, so we're gonna make sure that we tackle that today as well. Then we have to do all the wiring, get the radiator done, get the exhaust in, do all the fluids and everything like that. It's gonna be a long day, but I hope you guys are here for it. The first thing that we need to do is browse our little parts catalog right yonder. This will be the first thing that we've ever purchased from said catalog. And since we're going to be doing some tuning, obviously we're going to want the AFR gauge. I don't think there's anything else in here that we really need at the moment. A skid plate could be cool. The rally stuff could be cool as well. We don't exactly have a ton of money, and we're not going to be doing the rally anytime soon. Our main focus needs to just be on passing inspection. That way we can drive this thing out on the roads and won't get in trouble with the local authorities. So I think that's really all that we need. We're going to get this tossed in the sorbet, and we'll head on over to Psk to get that thing put in the mail. We need another car battery anyways, so I'm going to pick one of those up while we're there. This thing, I don't know if maybe the garage is just so cold still that we lost all power on this battery, but it's probably a good idea to just buy a brand spanking new one. No! I have to restart. I have to drive all the way back out here now. I don't want a manslaughter charge. I literally hit the brakes and it fishtailed and pointed the car directly at him. Had I not hit the brakes, it would have been fine. Oh, and now we've got a witness. Another guy. That's not even the same guy, I don't think. Are you kidding me? It's especially funny because there's a moose crossing sign over there. I think they need to change that because I have yet to see a moose. I've only ever seen pedestrians cross the road. Anyways, let's get our little envelope here put inside the mailbox. There we are. It'd be really cool if Marguerite happens to have that other package for us. And she does not. It'll most likely show up tomorrow or Monday. Oh yeah, we need another battery too while we're here. I think that'll do it for today, Marguerite. 495 marks? Is that right? Guess I didn't realize how expensive these things were. Okay, well, thank you so much. We will be on our way. I'm pretty sure that we checked this out last Friday. Literally yesterday in-game, so I doubt there's any updates here. I still see all of our stuff sitting over there.
Tervetuloa kirpparille löytämään
I'm sorry, what? The rental cost us 150 We lost 25 marks on the whole thing.
Ranskan leivän läpi.
Windshield cleaning fluid through a French bread, and then she ate the bread too. Okay, what did we sell? Oh, the instrument panel and the grill. I listed the grill for 100 marks and the instrument panel for 25 marks. So that means that all the rest of this stuff... Oh, and now it's loose. All the rest of this stuff just didn't sell. So we're either going to have to lower our prices and try again. Oh, why is it not? I have to rent a table again. Do we want to do that, or should we just collect the scrap price for all this stuff? It's already here. It's already in town. We might as well just try it again. Lady, I'm fully prepared to lose money on this again, but... Yep, you said the same thing last time. Oh, no. Okay, I can hit escape on that. I'm gonna have to keep doing it. I don't know what's being listed. Kind of hard for me to put a price on stuff when... Oh, this is not good. I should have moved it before... Okay, let's pick this up and move it. And hit escape and pick this up and move it. And hit escape again, pick this one up and move it. Oh, this is rough. Okay, I've listed basically everything except for the two shifters for 25 or 50 marks. Like, the better seat up here is 50 marks. The transmissions in the back are 50 marks a piece. This was 25. The shifters were 10 marks. I'm just trying to price everything so that it will for sure sell. And that way we don't end up, you know, losing money on the whole deal. Because 150 marks for... I think it took a whole week just to sell anything. That's not super great. So let's head back home. I'm gonna drop off the battery. I might even keep the battery in the house. No, the radiator heater deals are all set to the same temp anyways, so that's not gonna change anything. But I would like to check scrap price. I was finally able to figure out how to change the channel. Immediately distracted. Holy cow. I was finally able to figure out how to change the TV channel this morning. So first, we just turn the thing on. And then if you click F on your keyboard while looking at the TV remote control, is so loud. You have to be on this channel, and then you don't need a numpad. You can just use your standard keys. The sound does still play. I haven't figured out a way to turn it down, so I'm sorry. But we can see here, this is our scrap price currently. Maybe if I back away, it'll be quieter. It's $3.98. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 marks. And whatever the change is in Finland. But you can see here, it was all the way up to dang near about 5 marks. So I gotta turn that off. We definitely don't want to sell our scrap yet. And there's a couple of things that I will probably... Oh, I need to eat. I will probably just hang on to, right? Some of the common wear items for our engine. Like, what if our clutch disc is... I need to pee too. What if our clutch disc is no good and we need a replacement? We already have another one that we can try somewhere in this pile. So I'll probably only get rid of like body panels and all the seats and stuff like that, all the grills, instrument panels, you know, stuff we know for sure we're not gonna use. A few of you guys suggested that I start using a repair manual mod for the Revette, to which I have politely declined, right? No mods for this playthrough. Maybe next time, if there is ever a next time. I don't think I've actually mentioned that in an episode. I think I've only talked about that in the comments. But turns out it's not a mod at all. It's literally just a PDF file. So I have downloaded that, and I will be referencing that while we sort of get this thing tuned up. So first things first, I've got to remove the timing belt cover right yonder, and we're probably going to have to take off the valve cover as well. and the belts. No, I should have got batteries. I should have got batteries while we were at the gas station. I've done everything that I can to try to get better lighting in this engine bay. Remove the grill, remove the front bumper. I pushed the car forward a little bit as well. I just don't want to yank out the engine. I realize it would be a lot easier to do all this stuff if the engine were out of the engine bay. But that thing's so dang finicky. I'd really rather not. So I'm gonna do something else instead, and this might seem a little weird, but I'm gonna turn on the sorbet, or maybe we could use the tractor. Let's use the tractor so we don't have to waste fuel in the sorbet. But I'm basically just gonna bring it over to the side of the garage over there and try to shine the lights through the wall, because that works here. I really don't even know if the tractor battery can die, but I do have it shut off. The lights are still on. I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we? Let's see if that made any difference whatsoever. Oh yeah, it did. Oh yeah, that made a huge difference. All right, sick. So I still need to continue sort of tearing this down a little bit further. Give me a sec. Okay, so our camshaft timing got all screwed up for whatever reason. That little triangle needs to be aligned with the dowel just above it. So that looks good to me. Next, we're gonna have to toss on the crankshaft pulley. So that guy's got to go right down there, and then that is a 13. So again, there's no belts. So when we rotate the crankshaft here, the camshaft shouldn't move. We're gonna find out though. Okay, yeah, it definitely does not move. Can confirm. So last time I tightened this up, I was looking for timing marks and I didn't see one. You've probably already noticed it. There's a little triangle sort of cut out on the back side of the pulley. So if you're doing it from the front, you won't be able to see it. You kind of have to be at a bit of a weird angle here. But that guy needs to line up with this. I don't know if you can really see that very well. There's sort of a mark, I guess, that juts out of the block a little bit. So we should be timed now. Camshaft did not move. Crank should be good. And I think if we just get... oh, let's do timing belt first for sure. That's got to go right here. But I don't think you can put that on if the crankshaft pulley is on, so... How are we supposed to keep the timing then? Because the timing belt rides on the crankshaft, not on the crankshaft pulley. That's the fan belt or alternator belt. But if we... Oh my god. Oh, I'll just try it. I guess I'll just try it. Let's undo what we just did. And now we should be able to put the timing belt on there. Perfect. Yeah, see the timing belt wraps around the crankshaft. It doesn't touch that crankshaft pulley though. Okay, so camshaft is still good. Maybe it'll keep the timing. I can't seem to find that check mark anymore. God, this is so annoying. There it is. Okay. Did the timing stay? The timing did stay. Perfect. As long as I don't over tighten it, because if I do that, then it's gonna rotate. I knew it was gonna happen. I just knew it. Okay, so I can't go back. That means I have to advance forward. But now that I'm spinning the crank, the camshaft timing is also moving. Okie dokie. Oh. Well, the camshaft's still lined up, and I just retimed the crank, so we're good. We're chilling. All right, I had to run inside and grab a drink really quick, but this is the not so fun part of this whole thing. Oh. Yeah, we probably want a wrench. I would imagine a socket probably doesn't work for that. So let's pop open this sucker, and we need a 12 mil spanner. Hopefully it's gonna work now, and it does. Beautiful. All right, so for all of these, we need to scroll all the way up until the nut doesn't move anymore. and we're going to be scrolling for a while. It seems like it's completely bottomed out now. So, again, we were scrolling up. Now we have to scroll down. Get this, 58 times. Exactly. And we have to do that for every single rocker. All 8 of them. I'm going to fall asleep before we get done with even this one.
The next day.
Well, I slept in till about noon. We were very, very tired, and I got all but these 2 here on the driver's side complete. So I'm gonna crouch back down just like how I was, zoom back in, and we'll finish these guys up. The deed is done, ladies and gents. We've got all 8 of the rockers valve lashed, if you would even call it that. I really don't know what we just did. That's the only thing that I can think of that that it's like comparable to. Hang on. I'm coming. I left the dang door cracked a little bit. It's gonna be a solicitor, isn't it? Okay, it's not. Good. Who is it? This guy up here? Perfect. Someday, bud. Someday, just not today. I've got way too much work to do. So, unfortunately, it is about to be my lunch break, my IRL lunch break time. So, we will resume when I'm finished eating. However, I still have a few minutes to spare, so I'm going to go ahead and get all the timing belt stuff redone, make sure we're still in time with both the camshaft and the crank. And then when I get done eating, I guess, I think this is all the tuning stuff. I mean, apart from the carburetor, distributor, and alternator tuning, all of that stuff has to be taken care of while the vehicle is running. So we're making some really good progress today.
1 hour later.
Let's get back to it then. Lunch was great, by the way. Thanks so much for asking. Had some pizza rolls. They were fantastic. But we're going to start off here with the radiator, which uses 4 10mm bolts, 2 on each side. Now we've got both upper and lower radiator hoses. This one is the lower, and it should have 2 screws on it, I would assume. I probably should have used my little cheat sheet for this again. And I probably shouldn't have put the tractor away. Yeah, there is another one right up there. That little bit of extra light definitely would have helped out right about now, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll try to make this quick. But that's the cooling system now all finished up. So we're moving on to inlet and outlet heater hoses. Don't tell me that I should have done something before trying to put these on. Let's try the inlet, maybe. Inlet should go right there. Okay. No issues with that one whatsoever. Maybe the outlet's supposed to go behind the engine. There it is. And it connects up to right here, so we'll get that one tightened. And then, of course, there is another screw on the heater itself. Moving on to the exhaust. You guys, we are about ready to start wiring this sucker, and I am so excited for that. I'm gonna grab the front exhaust pipe first, and we'll see if we can get this into the right spot. Okay, maybe we have to do the drive shaft first or something. This guy should go right around here. That looks good. I don't have my cheat sheet out, so I don't know what size these are. We'll just bring the whole set down there with us. I swear, dude, I've been through every single size once already. It's an 8. Now we can try to install the exhaust. It's gotta go right there. Should be 2 11s up at the top. I can't really see where the other one is. Whoop, just had it there. Also, oh, that's for this seat, I think. Wait a minute. It's a 7? Okay, that's not what that manual says. So, cool. And this one appears to be a 7mm bolt as well. I'm gonna give the manual the benefit of the doubt. Since this game is still in early access, it's very possible that a couple of bolt sizes and nut sizes have changed since the manual was released. I'm just gonna put that out there. This rear exhaust section should go like up and over the rear axle. Oh, there it is. You almost gotta be bang on with the locations of all this stuff. It's really pretty annoying. And then this appears to also be a 7mm or 2 7mm bolts there. And there's one more back here, which isn't a 7. Maybe it's like a 6, or it could be a size up too. I should have just pulled back out the cheat sheet. Yeah, this is not great. It's a 9. It's a 9, ladies and gents. Now we know. Okay. The last piece of the exhaust system is this here muffler. And of course, since the rear bumper sort of has a cutout for it, and I mean, that's kind of where the exhaust is headed anyways. We can't mess this up, but I can mess up the size. Let's try a 7 on that one. It's an 8. Of course it is. But there we go. That is the full exhaust system now completely bolted up. And we are officially ready to rip Tater Chip. I mean, obviously we've got to do the wiring and everything like that. I think I'm going to head to bed. That way maybe in the morning we can get a little bit of daylight to work with. I could just move the tractor over as well. And maybe I will.
The next morning.
Unsurprisingly, we woke up way too early, so we will be utilizing the tractor after all. This game is just so dang dark. All the time. It's unnecessarily dark, but I guess that's the way that things are during the winter in Finland. So, now that we have a little bit of light to work with, all we need to do is grab our wiring mess. Even though it's given me some trouble today, I'm gonna reference this workshop manual thing that we've got. So, oh, actually first, we've got to put our battery in there. So I'm gonna use the battery that we just recently purchased from the store. Our first run here needs to go from battery positive terminal all the way down to the starter. There we are. Next, we're going from alternator to regulator. I think the regulator is that thing right up there. So alternator is going to be kind of tricky to get to as well. Right there. We'll stand back up, lean in again. Regulator. All right, got that. And then from regulator to main connector. That's the fuse box. That's the front light connector. There's the main connector. So regulator to main connector. Got that one. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm holding the wiring mess and I'm clicking F on the keyboard when we're like hovering over the right thing. Now we need to go from main connector to front lights connector. And then from front lights connector, we need to go to headlight left. So super close, not a long run at all. And same thing from there over to headlight right. I still need to put bulbs in too. I can almost guarantee I'm going to forget to do that later, even though I'm just now reminding myself about it. And then we go from battery positive terminal to main connector, which is this guy, not the fuse box. Don't get it twisted. And then engine block to chassis earth. Engine block. Can it just be anywhere on the block, or is there a specific point? I'm not seeing anything on this side. Let's try driver's side of the engine maybe. Here we go. Engine block. Now we just need to find chassis earth, which conveniently enough is right there. Okay, did that actually work? I didn't hear any sound. Hopefully it worked. Now we're going from battery negative to chassis earth. Excuse me? It seems weird that it put the line on before I had even found the chassis earth. It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. Nothing to worry about. Now, ignition coil to main connector. And ignition coil is this guy. All the way up to, not fuse box, but main connector. That's a blue wire in there. And we're going from fuse box to wiper motor. So from here to wiper motor, kind of got to lean in a little bit for that one. And then from fuse box again to heater blower. That guy. Okay. According to the workshop manual, that is all of the engine bay wiring completed. So let me scroll down here a little bit. Now we're going to move on to the interior wiring. And our first run for that is going to go from fuse box to ignition switch. Got that one. Dash harness connector to dash switches. Oh God. Okay. I'm gonna go through the passenger side of the vehicle on this one, and we're gonna have to lean way in since we kind of already have the whole dash assembled and everything. All right, here we go. Dash harness connector to dash switches. Where the heck is that? I found the turn signal switch. I figured that like the dash switches would just be like the instrument panel, like somewhere in here, but nothing's popping up. Here we go. Got it. Okay. And then once again, dash harness connector. Did I get it? I think I got it. We're going to turn signal switch this time. I didn't get it. All right, drop the harness. We got to try that again. Now we're going from dash harness connector. Excuse me? To the turn signal switch. How many wires? Okay, there's 2 wires ran. So I'm guessing that we did it. Dude, I don't know. And like now that I'm hovering over the dash harness connector, it's not giving me a check mark. So our next one is the turn signal switch. We'll do that. Maybe because I already selected the dash harness connector? Dude, I have no idea. And then like, is the light switch done already? It must be. Because that's 3 wires under there now. I found the instrument panel, but I didn't reselect the dash harness connector before this. So still worked in the opposite order. I'll take it. That's everything that has to connect to the dash harness connector. Now we need to go from heater control right here to fuse box, which is right there. And then we're going from radio to radio harness. Why haven't I installed the radio? Why was I waiting on that? I know exactly where it's at. It's out here in the dang snowbank. We don't ever really listen to the radio anyways, but it's a nice thing to have, I guess, in case you get bored. Okay, so from radio to radio harness. That's it. That is now all of the interior wiring complete. I'm gonna get these doors shut. And the last thing that we need to do is the trunk wiring. Trunk wiring, very, very easy. Probably easy to forget the fuel tank as well. But there should be a main thing like over in this corner. Here we go. Rear harness connector. First, we're going to this light. And then back to the connector again. We're going to the other tail light. And then from the harness connector again, we got to try to find the fuel tank. It's right under there. Okay. And the very last thing is the window heater, which we don't have. So I think we're okay. There's a 6mm right here on the starter that we have to tighten. The chassis The chassis ground thing might also have one. Or wait. Maybe. Hang on. Let me lean in over here. Wherever we connected the ground to the block probably needs to be tightened as well. But I still don't even really understand where it connected to. I found this one. It's an 8. But I still haven't seen any additional wiring going from the block to that point, which kind of makes me think that maybe we weren't able to get that connection secured. So I'm gonna try this again. Here we go. Engine block F over to chassis ground. Hasn't been tightened, but it still won't let me put the wire there. I'm doing something wrong. Wait, what? Oh, it goes over there. I was looking at the wrong chassis ground. Or I guess chassis earth the whole time. That makes more sense. Okay, so this should be an 8mm. Perfect. There should be another 8mm then on the engine block itself. And then over here, this is the chassis ground for the negative terminal on the battery. And then I think these are 8mm as well. Do I want to tighten these? I'm going to do the negative and then the positive. No sparks. No sparks is a good sign. I'm so scared that I'm going to screw everything up. So before we try to turn the key, I'm going to save. I feel like that's just sort of the smart thing to do. And we'll see what happens. Hold up. I'm an idiot. I did save, which is fine. But you guys have probably been screaming this. I didn't do fluids yet. Doesn't really make much sense to try to turn the vehicle over if we don't have any oil, coolant, brake and clutch fluid, you know, the fluids. So we're gonna try to do that quick. I don't really know the quantities that are required for all of this, so I only have 2 bottles of motor oil. We'll start with 1. And then we'll check the dipstick. We'll see where it's at. We do have a little level right there, but I don't know if we can solely rely on just that. Okay. Okay, there is quite a bit of oil in those bottles. They are much, much larger than they appear. Now, where's our little dipstick at? It's gotta be around here somewhere, right? I thought it was on this side of the engine, but maybe not. Am I just blind? Dude, it's probably right in front of me, and I just don't see it. Oh no, here it is. Okay, it's clear in the back of the block. We're right at max. Okay, perfect. We'll put that thing back in there. So that's motor oil now done. Gotta make sure to put the fill cap back on that sucker. And then we'll unscrew our radiator. Like I said before, we could pee in the radiator, but since it's winter time and pee freezes, I feel like it's probably best if we just use actual coolant, you know? That way it doesn't freeze or gel up on us at all. Okay, there it goes. I guess I was just too excited to turn it over that I completely forgot to do all of this stuff. That would have been really embarrassing, though, had I just sat out here and cranked it and cranked it and cranked it to have nothing happen and just torch the whole engine. It didn't even take a full bottle of coolant, so I definitely over-purchased on the fluids, but it's better to have too much than not enough, probably. Let's move on to the brake and clutch fluid. I'm assuming that it's just the same reservoir for both of them. I can't say that I've seen any other sort of reservoir for a clutch, like separate. Whoops. Turn our bottle. Nope. Stop doing that. There we go. It's only gonna take 1 bottle. Amazing. I got that cap tightened all the way back up. So now It's really, there's one light bulb in that box. Yeah, judging by the size of the bulb and the size of the box, I guess that checks out. So I'm just gonna put in a driver's side bulb for the time being, and next time we're back at Psk, we'll grab another one of those guys. Oh, actually, speaking of Psk, we do have some gas. It's not much, but it might be enough for us to be able to turn this sucker over. So we'll undo our fuel cap. We're gonna have to go back to Psk here before too long anyway to get our AFR gauge. Assuming it's shown up by now. Oh, okay, that was short-lived. Oh no. It might not even be there yet. I don't think that I'm forgetting to do anything else, but I am gonna save again before we try to turn it over. This is it. This is it, ladies and gents. We're gonna pull the choke out, and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna give it a little bit of gas. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You got it. You got it. Do we not have enough battery? It does not want to turn over. I mean, maybe we don't have enough fuel also. Yeah, we're quickly running out of battery power. Let's see. I thought we had like a battery gauge over here. Oh, maybe not. Because that's still smack dab in the center. Well, it didn't work. Surprise, surprise. We are using like basically junkyard level parts on this thing. Like there's no telling what sort of condition these things are in. So I'm gonna reload the save and check over a couple of things. Basically just try to cross all of my T's and dot all of my I's.
One eternity later.
I've gone through this workshop manual easily 10 times over. And I gotta be honest, I just don't think that I've done anything incorrectly. And if I have, it's just because I've been blindly following along with this thing. So, that leads me to believe that some or most of our junkyard quality parts are just that. They're too far gone. So, we didn't purchase every single engine component that Fleetari has to offer. We only purchased a couple of the like more common wear items that he has. So it's already too late in the day to head over there and purchase a few more things. So, whoops, forgot to shut the light off. We're gonna head to bed and head over to his place in the morning, and then I'm also gonna see if maybe just adding a bit more fuel to the gas tank will help us out. We'll see. Of course, I've woken up again literally at the butt crack of dawn, but maybe Marguerite has something for us. 340 marks. 595 marks. This is the gauge. This is the AFR gauge. Marjorie, thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I've still got to fill up the jerry can really quick, and then I guess we're just gonna go do nothing until Fleetari opens up. That'll be so much fun. You know what? I'm gonna use my credit card out here, because we literally never do that. So let's do 200 marks. As long as we stay under that, I think we won't be charged the full amount. I'm pretty sure that's how this works. Feel free to correct me if I'm completely off base. So now we take our card back, select which side pump, and we've only got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to do this. I'm gonna, since we're using gasoline, I'm gonna, of course, fill the sorbet up as well. Put that thing down, grab the 98 nozzle, and we'll do jerry can first, and then whatever we have left over, we'll put in the sorbet. We can give old girl some juice, and then we can get those packages opened on up while we wait for a really, really good amount of time to pass. I love waiting. We kind of already know what's going to be in this box, because, I mean, we sort of only ordered one thing. But let's see what we've got in this guy. Be crazy if we got something else that we needed. Oh. Too little, too late. We sort of already got one of those things. Another rear taillight, another clutch cable, another flywheel, another center console. It's got all the same gauges in it, and then another, I think this is a rear bumper. We'll add it to the scrap heap. My patience is thinning. I knew it was going to be a long day. I think I said something along those lines at the start, but I didn't know it was going to be this long. You know what I mean? So let's pick this one up, and it should just be the one gauge. Perfect. Toss that in the scrap heap. And you know what? Since we've got so much time to kill, we might as well try to get this sucker installed. It's got to go right around here somewhere. Right? I mean, this is where it went in my summer car, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there we go. It goes a little bit further up on the A-pillar. I was expecting it to mount to the dashboard. And then there should be... I don't have my screwdriver on me. There should be just a screw on the back of it. There it is. Oh, what about wiring? I wonder if we have to run wires to it. Let's just hit the ignition really quick. Yeah, that doesn't work. So we've probably got to go from dash harness connector up to there. I saw the check mark, but I didn't hear any wires. Hang on, let's drop that. Lean on in here a little bit. Yeah, I still don't see any wires. Hang on. Let's take a seat, hit the ignition. It moved, at least. I did see it move. Okay, we're probably good then. We're probably good.
Later.
I took a little nap to try to help speed things along a little bit, and I almost overslept. But we made it, so let's head on inside and see what our boy has to offer us. Good to see you again, my friend. Okay, so he's got some really expensive stuff in here. Ooh, oil pump. That could be something. Since the vehicle's cranking, that leads me to believe that it's nothing like majorly mechanical. You know what I'm saying? Oil pump's gonna be kind of a nightmare to replace since we've already filled the engine with oil. We'd have to drop the oil pan and then pull that whole thing out of there. That sounds like more trouble than it's worth, but a fuel pump is like right on the side of the engine. So let's do that. 240 marks. That's really not too crazy. I wish he had like a ignition coil. I'd kind of like to change that out as well. We might have one in our scrap heap, but odds are it's probably in similar or maybe even worse condition than the one we already have. But let's head back home. We'll swap this out, and I'll save again, and we can try it all over some more. Take 2. Replacement fuel pump. And we've added some more gas to the gas tank. Shouldn't that say, I don't know, like halfway full? Oh, there we go. Okay. I forgot to pull the choke out. Try this again. Hang on. Wait for it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna turn over. The battery light being on while we're cranking doesn't really concern me, if I'm being honest. I mean, cars just kind of do that. But it is really struggling. Okay, I've got to try something else. I'm gonna go the ignition coil route. I'm sure that we have a spare over here in our scrap pile somewhere. I don't think it's the starter either, right? Because it's cranking just fine, but Anyways, I'm gonna try to dig one out of here, and oh, you know what? I should probably reload the save first, because we've kind of used up our battery. Here we go. Take 3. Replacement fuel pump, replacement ignition coil, and we've got more gas in the tank. Oh, I'm just hitting the lights. I wasn't even hitting the ignition. That's embarrassing. Well, we probably don't want the lights to be on. It doesn't look like the headlight's on. Otherwise, that'll just use up more of our precious battery. Okay. This is it. I'm giving her gas. I'm giving her gas. Feathering the throttle. Come on. Dude, please. Okay, I'm flooring it. My foot is to the floor right now. I don't know what else to try. I don't know what else to try. I mean, maybe carburetor? Right? It's possible. Let's remove the air filter. Just for the initial startup. It could be the dang distributor even as well. I know we have another carburetor in our junk pile, but I mean, and what are the odds that the ignition coil that we just swapped out is any better than the one that we took off? Let's just see if we can make some magic happen here. What the heck? Okay, the gas pedal is moving. I don't think that's supposed to just fall off like that. Maybe that means that I didn't screw it on well enough. Okay, that should be good. Let me take a seat. I'm gonna try shifting again. There we go. Okay. Yeah, our battery's pretty much shot. The spark plugs that we got were brand new. I'm trying to think of everything else. We've done fuel. I mean, we kind of did air a little bit. We've unrestricted the airflow into the carb. Distributor does have the spark plug like lead wires on it, so I guess, I mean, it's possible that that could be a problem. I don't know what to do. I genuinely don't know what to do. I might try distributor next, and we can go from there. I really don't think it's the starter, because it wouldn't be cranking, but let's try a different battery too, because I'm kind of curious about this one. This is the battery that we had on the charger for like several days, and I thought that it was losing its charge, so let's see if that's true. Oh no. Oh no, that's not true at all. But it still won't start. Brother. Give me a break. Oh, this is rough. This is so rough. I don't want to end on a low note. I'd rather end on a high note, you know, with the engine turning over and doing cool stuff, man.
Many minutes later.
I did figure something out. I figured out that I didn't have the AFR gauge wired properly. But apart from that, I went through the entire workshop manual again, and I cannot seem to find anything wrong. I guess, hang on. We'll see when cranking what the AFR is doing. AFR is saying 18. I'm gonna unscrew this quite a bit, and we'll try that again to see if the AFR changes. 18 is way too high of a number. The highest we want to see is like 15, and not even quite there. Honestly, like 14.9 would maybe be ideal. Okay, it still says 18. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's just like a placeholder type thing. Yeah. Oh, it wants to so bad. It wants to so bad. It's got oil pressure. Come on. I just want this to work so badly. It's been a long day. I'm gonna try moving the... Is that even moving? Oh, yeah, it is. I'm gonna try moving the distributor a little bit. And we'll see if maybe that helps. If not, I might just have to swap that out with another one as well, but... Here goes. Choke is still out. Ignition. I'm gonna give it some fuel. Come on. Come on. Please. Please. Oh, this sucks. This has to be my last attempt for the day. I did find a new piece of the workshop manual that I didn't see before that clearly says if you would like a good starting position, set the distributor to be in the middle of the screw, which I haven't tried yet, so we'll see, right? We'll see. And real quick, since I reloaded the save again, I have to rewire the AFR gauge. There it is. Pretty simple. Just goes from the gauge itself over to the fuse box. So now that we have that done, this time for sure. This time for sure, for sure. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Dude, it's so close. You can hear it it wants to turn over. But it just isn't doing it. For whatever reason, it just doesn't want to do it. Like I said before, I hate to end on such a bummer. But I've got to go back to the drawing board. I've got to just figure out something. I am willing to try anything at this point. And on that note, unfortunately, that is where we're going to have to wind things down at for today. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.